Hello, my name is Jim Mullany from Sitek Process Solutions. Today is May 15th, 2025. I hope everyone's getting ready for a nice summer. Today I'm doing a prior to ship video on a Sitek 270S spin wrench dryer. This system video will be loaded on our website, on our YouTube channel, so we do not give our customer's name. For this purchase order, it ends in 6072. What I'll go ahead and do is I'll start the system and running because it's kind of boring watching it. Then I'll talk about the system configuration, etc. So right now it's set up for 6-inch. I will talk about that we have an insert for this system that downsizes it. But this is the traditional A182 60 MB Integris cassette, 6-inch, 150 millimeter I should say. And I'll just simply hit start. We have a traditional process, 60-second rinse, 10-second purge, 90-second dry 1, 300-second dry 2. I'll talk about that a little bit later after I start the process. Okay, so you see we went from amber to green, which means now we're running process. We're in the rinse cycle. Let me talk about the options on this system now. You can see it has an EMO, which is fantastic. You can see it has the Sitek state-of-the-art slick device controller. Some of the options it has also, I have water recirculation on here. I see we have the resistivity probe, and we have the anti-static module inside. And on the back of the system is also the rear EMO control system. And we have our LC5 servo amp. This system is a 220 system going to Europe. It just happens to be, randomly, that we also, for another customer in Europe, bought basically the same exact system, and they're happening to both be in tests. These both are not going to the same customer, but they're exactly the same tools for our distributor in Germany. Okay, this system also has built into it automatically the Sitek N2 saver built into our controller. This state-of-the-art controller makes this system as good or better than any system that you can buy in the world, we believe. And then so just on the N2 savings, when the tool's not running, and it's built in at no charge, you save $1,000 annually on the tool while it's idle. So we're currently just running. Now we're going into dry 1. Dry 1 is a typical, so the way the process works, rinses the substrates, purge blows the water out of the water nozzle so they don't drip back in. Dry 1 is a high RPM, a shorter duration, 90 seconds, where it slings the water off of the substrates and everything, and the cassette. It'll then drop into dry 2, which is a low RPM, elongated dry, 300 seconds. And during dry 2 is also when you'll have your anti-static module come on, and you'll see that. On our controller, green means it's running. So you have an N2 valve, you have an N2 heater on, low pressure purge, and the bowl heater's on. When we move into the dry 2, you'll see the anti-static little lightning bolt come on. Sitek, we believe we're the only company that has a proprietary DDL algorithm that we can actually monitor the anti-static for its usage, and it'll give you a warning if that anti-static is defective. A lot of our customers around the world, when they upgrade to our slick device controller, first thing they do is they call us and say, hey, there's an issue with your controller. The anti-static light alarm's coming on, because the older controllers didn't monitor that, and the customer had no idea that their anti-static modules went bad, which means with the static charge built up, you can attract particles. Then they find out later when they have a yield loss that they have to work their way back, and then an anti-static module's gone bad. At Sitek, we've relieved that problem, that concern to customers by warning them ahead of time when it does fail. We're into dry 2 now. Again, this is the elongated dry. Very quiet. There you go, the light bolt's on. On our controller, the bowl heater is green, which is heating. There are process switches that control the heat. So when we get to temp, it'll turn off the heat and it'll go to yellow. And then when it cools down below the process specification, it'll turn back on and heat again. Let me talk about a little bit about our support. At Sitek, we've shipped over 3,000 spin wrench dryers. We believe we're the #1 manufacturer in the world of spin wrench dryers currently. For support, if you go to our website at sitekprocess.com, on the left-hand side you'll see a lot of buttons for different products. You'll also see a search bar, but if you look at the first 3 buttons, they're all spin wrench dryers. The S model, which this is, which means it has a brushless motor. And then you have the F model, which looks like this but has a brush motor, and then the traditional STs, which we still sell on a regular basis. Below that are the 3 next buttons are all the spare parts. For this machine, we have 100% spare parts. So we do our own poly in-house. We have our own controller, build our own bowls. Sitek has designed its own servo amp. We have a servo amp that we sell. We have our own brushless motors. We have all of our own ACR valves we've designed, all of the heater blankets, the door switches, the door seals, the windows, etc. So we have 100% spare parts for any S model, traditional S model spinner and dryer. We have about 190 seconds left to go. We also, on our website, we have a link to Vertec. 5 years ago, we purchased the Vertec product line. We're now the owner of Vertec, the spinner and dryer product line. We are the OEM, and we have all of the OEM rights. So we build those machines, offer complete spare parts on those tools also. Wet processing is kind of the core what Sitek does. We have our richer dryers, which again we're known around the world for our quality and our manufacturing capability. We also do the Integris HTC box washers. That's the 8000, 8010, 20, and 30. We're acting as the de facto OEM now. We support that system. We have all the spare parts. We have all the spray hubs, all the spray arms, any of the heaters needed, etc. We also, Sitek has come out with a complete retrofit where we can take your older HTC, either do a refurbishment of the tool itself, or come in and do a retrofit of the control system to a new Sitek state-of-the-art control system. Our control system on the HTCs follows along the same patterns as our slick device. It's all graphically oriented. We make it that the product line Sitek sells across the board, our control systems all are common. So someone that runs a rinse and dryer then goes to a box washer, knows the alarm screens, knows all of the maintenance modes, everything like that. We also specialize in the single wafer mask scrubbers. That would be the Ultra T, Ultra Tech, and K&S. We supply quite a lot of those. Rounded out our wet processing is Sitek offers a complete line of wet benches. That would be process hoods. We have all stainless steel, fume hoods, vertical laminar flow systems. Again, we follow the same sequence. Sitek's control system on our wet processing equipment flows through from our rinse and dryer. We've been known as a rinse and dryer company for over 20 years, and we go next to wet sinks. A few years ago, with customers, because of customer demand, we are building wet sinks. So now you can have a turnkey wet processing line by Sitek. We have about a minute left to go. I'll quickly run through some of the other products that we do, our historical products. Photolithography, we do quite a lot of pump and photoresist pump repairs. That would be the IDI, Cyborg, and Millipore. Customers send us their pumps to do the repair for them. We also do complete pump packages with control systems with those. We have vapor prime ovens for the priming prior to resist application. And then we do some metrology tools. That would be your nanometrics, prometrics, etc. For particle counters, we work with the KLA 10-core family. That would be the 4500, 5500, 6000 class, etc. So we have a quite broad range. Wet processing is our core business. Probably 90% of our revenue is through our wet processing lines. Okay, we have about 5 seconds to go. When it finishes, it'll spin down. It'll upright that we call home position. That's 12 o'clock. At the end of that, you'll see it's breaking now. I'll hear the door release so I can open it. Okay. I heard the door release. Now it says process over, complete a successful process, end to run. It gives you all the parameters of the process. To clear this screen, you can either clear it here, you can clear the button or just open it up. I find it easiest to open it up. If there was a problem, now we're back to amber because we're ready. That alarm screen would be on, and if you click on the alarm as a reference, let me show you. We go into a complete alarm screen. There are no alarms, but in all of our alarms, we tell you what the alarm is, what the typical issue caused that alarm, and what the fix is. Let me feel for the nice heat. Feels good. And the wafers look great, nice and dry. And then we get out of the alarm screen, back to the home screen. There we go. And we're back to amber. If you notice, when I go to the alarm, it turns off because it's not ready to process because you can't run during the alarm screen. So let's get out of the alarm screen. There we go. Turn back on. Okay, that will conclude this short partnership video of a Sitek 270S spin rinse dryer, upgraded with the majority of the options we sell, including the Sitek slick device control system. Again, my name is Jim Mullany. Oh, I forgot to say, if you're on our website, any of the product pages are on. There was a contact sales button. Feel free to click on that button, put in a couple points of information, and any of our sales staff will get back to you with any prices and quotes you need. Again, my name is Jim Mullany from Sitek. Today is May 15th, 2025, and I hope everyone has a nice summer. Thank you.